Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Well, hey there, everybody. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and welcome to Daily Flash! You sounded like that cartoon character voice. Hey there, everybody.
All right already. Having some joy.
A little supernova even. Hey, everybody, look, we got the whole crew here. Sweet baby James, who is all our social media stuff. How are you doing there, James?
Man, I am excited about today. Had a long night.
Oh,
but,
we can tell through your voice how excited you are.
Shout out to Lake Mary High School. We play hard.
What have we told you about hanging around that place?
I know, man. Yeah. I know. My JV squad. Yards? But you know, I want you to like, comment, and share all our social media content. And guess what?
Yeah.
I'm going to have very specific photos of Mitch in that lovely jacket.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
It's great, doesn't he look
sharp?
Man.
Coordinate.
Matt said something really, where I can get a new job, actually.
Well, you can run the Miami Dolphins.
They need some help.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Miami Dolphins at this point in the season are in desperate need of a complete overhaul.
Oh,
yeah. Wow.
So I'm doing whatever I can to help.
Yes,
though I'm a Bucks fan. You're dressed as in Bucks colors.
Yeah,
so are you kind of Pirates?
Yeah, somebody. I'm a Bucks fan, even though we lost to the Eagles this week. But you know what you should do? You should go to our website, dailyflashshow.com. There you can leave a comment, flash@dailyflashshow.com. Send us a note. Let us know what you think about James's attire over there.
Well, hey, go Lake Mary.
And his limp knee and all that. And you can share, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.
I'm standing on one leg.
All right. We're gonna let you sit down. I know you got a chair up there?
Yeah, I got a chair over here.
All right.
Okay. Reheating pizza. Do you like? Well, let me ask you this first. I'm asking the room, and maybe the control room can weigh in this. Do you like cold pizza?
Yes.
For breakfast only, though.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. After, say, if there's pizza in there and it's around noontime, I'm going to heat it up. If it's in the morning, I'm eating it like it's breakfast.
Interesting. Okay, guys.
Air fryer. Air
You
fryer
air
that
fryer?
thing. Air
Okay.
fryer that thing in the morning.
You bougie.
Yeah,
But
air fryer.
so you don't like cold pizza?
I don't like cold pizza.
I'll
no.
eat it. I don't care what time it is.
You don't care.
Yeah.
Cold
Depending
or
on
hot?
if your mom
Yeah,
drops
cold
it
or
off.
hot.
Can we ask the control room?
Control room, cold, thumbs up if you like it, cold pizza. No.
No.
Okay, thanks for following directions,
Keegan's
director.
all
You
fancy.
guys
I said
are
thumbs
weird.
up if you like it. And he goes,
You guys are
Billy's
weird.
the
I
director.
got a 3 likes cold pizza, 1 doesn't like cold pizza.
I mean, I prefer hot, but
Yeah, me
I'll eat
too.
it.
But I always struggle with reheating it. Like, I don't like it in the microwave, even though everybody says you
Nah,
can
then it
just
comes out
microwave it.
slimy.
It comes out
Yeah.
soggy to me, or chewy. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But Food and Wine magazine listed the best ways to reheat pizza. So microwaving, they gave a 4 out of 10.
Do you guys put a cup of water in there? You ever done that?
They
before?
said they tried that, and it really didn't make a difference.
Your crust, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the crust is everything about a pizza.
It's true, because he said the outer crust got really tough and hard with the water in there. Toaster oven. Anybody use a toaster oven?
Yeah, my wife does that.
Will uses a toaster oven. So Will, you like the toaster oven best? Okay, yes. Grilling pizza over flames.
I've never done that.
Firing
Never
up
done
the
that.
grill.
That's
He said it's great, but it's really time consuming.
It's also, it seems like you'd have to have it covered because you're only
Yes.
getting the bottom.
an effort.
Exactly.
Pizza.
It turns out wonderful, but again, it takes a lot of time for, to reheat pizza. You want to fire up the grill. A pizza stone in the oven.
Here's the thing people forget about pizza stones. It's just a little hint here.
Yeah.
I grew up in pizza restaurants. So what
he
you got to
knows.
do is, everybody, you have to put the pizza stone in the oven, crank it your oven as high as it can get for like 500 degrees, let it sit on it for a little while because
Yeah.
it's the stone that's cooking your pizza. But anyway, as far as warming it back up,
Yeah.
I would imagine that's the same case. So it would take even longer, it seems
Yes.
like, because you're cranking it up to warm up the pizza stone and then you're putting it up there. Now, also saying that, when you go to the airport, what's that one restaurant? Sbarro?
Sbarro.
Really, mostly any of them. That's all they do
Yeah.
is they're throwing it and putting it on a pizza stone that's been hot.
just warming it up.
They're just
So
warming
as
it
far
up.
as taste, maybe might be better, but time-wise,
Yeah, they said that's the big con.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time. Reheating in an air fryer. Okay.
Air fryer for everything.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 they gave that air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Liz, our producer, we were kind of talking about this yesterday. She said in a skillet, and this also made the list.
it's gonna be cast iron, right?
Cast iron skillet, you cover it, 8 droplets of water. They were really specific about that. 8 droplets of water, right? 10 out of 10. They said it's the best way to reheat your pizza.
I'm gonna try
Stovetop
that.
in a skillet. salad.
And you cover that as well because
you're
you're keeping the heat inside.
Exactly,
All
right. So it
Interesting.
creates a little moisture, but it also kind of keeps the crust thick.
All right,
crispy.
so now there are pizzas that taste better in the morning. If you have a deep dish pizza, it looks like it's really going to be tasty. But to me though, that's what all that grease soaks into it and coagulates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
For some and all that sauce, everything. It's like chili. You know, chili's better.
Yeah.
You don't like chili like?
No, I mean I do, but you're right.
You don't eat chili cold, but like you leave it overnight, then heat it back up. It's worked.
Do you think pizza tastes better the next day?
I kind of do because of that. It all works together. It reheated. But now I'm going to try it in a skillet, and I'll get back to you with an answer.
Pizza is the ultimate food, though. You can put whatever you want on except pineapple.
Well, I don't mind the pineapple. I don't mind it.
That is a beautiful thing about it. And there's breakfast pizza, meaning you can put eggs on it. We used to make, when we get into work early, we would make a breakfast pizza because it's just bread and whatever you put on top of it. So, and get creative. And then we also had a dessert pizza me and my kids used to make.
What'd you put on the dessert
pizza?
Well,
basically what you do is you get brownie recipe, right?
Okay.
And you make a brownie in a big pan. And that's your crust. And then for the sauce is chocolate sauce.
Oh my
gosh. And you can't put too much of it though. That's the only bad thing. And then for the cheese is coconuts. And then I would get Oreo cookies and put them in half, and that would look like the pepperoni. Anyway, my kids every year they wanted that instead of the cake. That we made.
I don't believe you. Need to bring one in so
I
we
will.
can try it out.
I'll be happy to do it.
There you go.
You gotta it's very caloric.
Yeah, some dietitians will tell you that oftentimes pizza is the least caloric thing on the menu. I mean, if done right, if you just tomato sauce, a protein, some cheese, maybe a veggie, you're good to go. You got everything right there in the pizza.
As a guy that has to deal with gluten nowadays, I'm a big. You guys, who likes pan? Who likes thin?
I like thin.
Thin. Okay, then you're okay with gluten free because gluten. You can't really taste it as much, but it's very thin. Try a gluten-free if you like thin crust pizza. Try a gluten-free one You know
what I had? I had a gluten-free cupcake last week, and it was disgusting.
It is disgusting.
That just sounds bad.
Tell the truth, Andrea. Tell the truth.
I have never had in my life. I'm like, why? What is the point of this? It tasted like cardboard with chalk on top.
No, you're talking about a cupcake, which has to be thick, and gluten is what helps things rise. And so if you like a thin crust pizza, your dough is not going to rise as much. So just try. I mean, to me, if I'm going to, I prefer thick crust. But if I have to go do that, it's
What about the cauliflower?
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's good.
I love that.
That's good.
Yeah,
Blaze. Since the wife was vegan, I've had to have some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Everybody has an opinion on pizza, and we want to hear yours. Head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Best pizza out there. Maybe even throw in who delivers or who has the best pizza anywhere. It's National Pizza Month, so we would love to hear from you. Flash at dailyflashshow.com.
Pepperoni with black olive.
The black olives
love it.
How about
you put one black olive on that pizza, I'm not eating the pizza.
How about you? What's
Mine is pepperoni, green pepper, banana pepper, and I could throw a couple pineapples on there.
Okay,
but I wouldn't.
Shout out to Green Lantern Pizza up in Detroit. That's the best pizza.
What do you like on your pizza?
I like a Supreme. Put it all on
Okay, you
there.
like everything. James?
Everything.
Everything.
I eat it.
That's the beautiful part of pizza.
Sunny side up egg on a pizza, someone just said.
All right, let's jump into some trending news stories around the world.
Okay, a man spent more than $4,000 on his filler addiction, and now he says it was one of the worst decisions he's ever made. The 25-year-old is now sharing how his exaggerated features led to an aha moment about his appearance. He started looking at photos of himself in the past and realized he preferred his natural features, really. Took 4 rounds of dissolver injections to remove all the filler.
But I want to show you. Now look at him right here. He looks like a different human. From this point now, you'll watch.
Looks like a Pixar character.
I'm assuming this is the after filler, but I want you to keep on looking at your screen to see how he changed. And they say this. See, big difference?
A huge difference. He looks so much better there.
Right?
So much better.
And and it goes down to if you want plastic surgery, by all means, go after it. But there has to be a point, and we've said this argument. It's like these doctors that do this plastic surgery. It's like, when is enough enough? And really, how do you tell somebody you need to stop? Right?
I don't think you can, because if you tell them no, they'll go somewhere else.
They'll go to Mexico.
I always find it fascinating where you look at a lot of women in Los Angeles, per se. They all have that same look about them. And I don't know if it's because they see other women and they think that's how I should look, or if they really truly think they look better when they've got that particular look on their face.
You have to keep that in mind. And if it does something for your self-esteem, just know, but maybe think of a plan. Say, all right, because I could totally understand where you go, wow, this looks good, but you know what, my eye right here, I wish my eye didn't look like that. And then you wind up doing that, and then you start doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It's not body dysmorphia.
Right, it snowballs for sure.
So it's very scary stuff. Tell you who's not going to change, and that is us. And that means you can't change either, at least the channel, because we're going to have more Flash coming up right here on Daily Flash.
Don't move a muscle.
Don't move a muscle.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson along with Mitch English. The best-selling author of the children's book, Never Let A Unicorn Scribble, is back with a new book that has lessons even adults could follow. Joining us to talk about her new book, Never Let A Unicorn Wear a Tutu, is the author herself, and we're excited to have best-selling author Diane Alber joining us on Daily Flash. Hi, Diane.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Okay, I love the books. I love the sparkle. I love unicorns. Tell us about Never Let a Unicorn Wear a Tutu.
It was inspired by my daughter and her love of unicorns and tutus. And when I went to go look for a children's book, there wasn't a combo of both of them. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity to create a unicorn book that also wears a tutu. So my daughter actually helped me write the story. She sat next to me as I was illustrating, and she's like, Mom, the unicorn needs bows and jewelry and boots and all these fun things. And so that's kind of how the story developed.
The illustrations are beautiful. Have you always been interested in being a children's author and an illustrator?
Actually, I was an art major in college for painting, actually, and I wasn't really thinking about being a children's book author until I had my children. And then you get so many children's books that you start reading, and I'm like, you know what? I really want a book of mine to be one of my child's favorite books. So that's kind of how it all started.
And I love this too, because what a great memory the two of you will have because you created this together. What's the reaction been like to your new book?
Everybody loves it. It's definitely, I think there's a lot of little girls out there that love tutus and unicorns and big bows and sparkly things. So it's been super well received. People just absolutely love it. It's really funny. It really helps your creativity and imagination. It's so fun.
Diane, it's aimed at children, but oftentimes these kinds of books can sort of mean something different to adults. What can adults get out of this?
I think it's to embrace your child within and your creativity and your imagination. That's kind of, I think all of us parents, we get so caught up in everyday life and so stressed. And sometimes it's fun just to feel like a kid again.
Well, I love that your daughter brought the attention of unicorns and tutus, and it's sometimes it's just the most simple things in life. I mean, I remember being in my neighborhood and I saw this young boy neighbor, and he was so excited, and I asked him, "What are you so excited about?" He goes, "We're getting a new driveway," and I'm like, of all things to be thrilled and excited about, it's just those simple moments in life that you forget as an adult can mean so much as a child. What sort of inspiration or advice can you give to parents who've got young kids when it comes to books, finding topics, or even becoming a children's book writer?
I think when your child really has a strong focus in something, because I actually ended up writing Never Let a Dinosaur Scribble too for my son, because he loved dinosaurs. So I really gravitate towards their interests at the time. So if they love unicorns or they love mermaids or they love, any fairies, then just search for books along those topics. And that really, really helps them get the interest in reading. And usually there's, series evolved around that. There's, quite a bit of Never Let a Unicorn books right now. I came out with slime too. So there's, because my daughter was into slime. So the book just kind of kept evolving based on my child's interests. So.
I love it. And forgive me if I don't know the answer to this, but is there an animated series that might be coming out with these?
I wish. That would be awesome. I actually have a couple songs and some animated video on my YouTube channel of a unicorn dancing around in her tutu and a song that goes with it. So that's super fun. But I would love for that to happen one day.
Well, Diane, I love the books. Never Let a Unicorn Wear a Tutu. Bonus poster included. I caught that. That is fantastic. Where can people find more information about you and the book series?
You can go to my website at dianealber.com to find out more about me and all the other books that I have to offer. And then you can also find the book at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, at your local bookstores. They should be everywhere.
I'm going to say this will be a great Christmas gift if you're shopping early. Diane, great to see you. Great to meet you. Congratulations on all your success. For more on the series of books, Never Let a Unicorn, head over to dailyflashshow.com.
All right, and thank you there, AJ. And then there's this. Well, apparently there's an actual scientific reason why older people tend to stop sugarcoating things. As we age, our ability to control impulses, well, it naturally declines, and that affects not just what we do, but also how we communicate. There's a new study out. It's reported by Scientific American. It found that this drop in impulse control actually reduces our tendency to use social lubricants like white lies or polite omissions. So in other words, grandma's not being rude when she tells you that your haircut makes you look like you lost a bet. She just doesn't have the same filter that she used to. Fascinating part is that while social graces may slip, honesty levels actually rise. Researchers are saying that advice you're getting from older adults might actually be more straightforward, therefore more reliable than advice that you would get from younger people. It actually might be hard to hear, but the science says it's actually closer to the truth. So the next time that an old guy or a relative gives you some feedback that feels a little sharp, just remember, that's just the biology talking altogether. I think, too, as we grow older, we quit caring as much. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing. You know, it just depends on what you're caring about. But having that freedom to just be able to say how you feel, I guess you earned it when you turn 80, right?
There's some people that can pull off the no filter and it's just a thing of beauty, whereas other people try and do it and it just doesn't come off as honest, right? There's a certain authenticity to it that works if it's petty, right? If it's just kind of silly and petty. But if it's hateful, that's where it crosses the line. And I think that's kind of true about any sort of no filter comment.
There's a way to say something, and the more diplomatic you are, the more the people are going to be able to listen to it. Think about that. We'll say all kinds of things. They might be controversial after this. Welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson. Some trending news stories. There's a new book out that's called Disney Adults, Exploring and Falling in Love with a Magical Subculture. Matt, are you listening? All right, the author describes visitors who scatter ashes, which we were talking about, like loved ones on rides like the Haunted Mansion, despite strict rules and warnings against it. Some actually want to take the final trip to Disney before they die or buying funeral urns featuring Disney's Cinderella Castle. Others prefer to start their life together in the presence of Mickey and Minnie. 1,500 couples get married at Disney World in Florida every single year. Those adult devotees talk about converting loved ones into fans because the theme park is kind of a church for them. When I was dating in Orlando, at my age, you have to have a Disney pass because you got to go to Epcot, and it's great. And you could probably talk more about this, Matt, but it's great because there's something to do and you can go around different worlds, stuff like that. But it's just a pain in the butt to go all the way down to Disney and park and all that.
It is not. Look. Here's the thing with being in Disney. Look, it's safe, it's clean, the food's good, the drinks are good, everything is good there.
I'll give you that. Fireworks are beautiful.
Fireworks
too.
are great,
but
you got to leave before.
You're dropping coin, so you know what I'm saying?
But if I go out downtown or whatever, if I take somebody to a proper dinner, it's going to cost just the same.
Well,
I don't know about that
because it's expensive. But it's a place that you know. And here's the thing: if the date's not going well or whatever, you can obviously try to find something else. Where's the line? Where's the line of okay, it's too much?
Dressing up. When people go in like costumes to the parks, that's where I go, Like I might put a t-shirt on or something with like Darkwing Duck on it, but I'm not like dressing up in a costume to go to the park.
Right. That's the line.
But I do think there's a line that sort of gets crossed with any sort of interest, right? You have these devotees, and adults are saying that, you know, their livelihood, their life is devoted to Disney every year. Some people like they take out a second mortgage on their house to come and do the parks. They've gotten so expensive. As far as dating goes, goes, I can't imagine paying what is it, $125 to get into one of the parks just for a date. That's one ticket. That's not to mention what you're paying for food and drink. Go to Disney Springs, I guess. You know, that would be an option.
I get it. I mean, it's a common. If you're a Disney adult, you'll find another Disney adult and do that. But where's Disney when you get? And you know what? We're up here. I think maybe we're a little jaded because we're in Orlando.
We do, yes, and it's in our backyard.
And people that are like in Iowa, that and Disney does an incredible job to make sure the magic is there. So I'll give it.
True.
That's why you get this little beauty. It's called an annual pass, and you can go whenever you want, and it's free
What
parking.
kind of pass? An annual pass?
Annual pass.
They do. I mean, I'll give it to them. They do it up right. Everything is beautiful. It's a great day. It's a great way to spend the day at the park. But you know, the crowds you got to deal with, the parking.
Right now is the off season, and then you do the monorail tour.
Don't tell them that they're going to be coming.
They have
out.
a behind the scenes tour.
Do they have those back?
Yeah.
You can
go see the behind living with the land and all that stuff.
All right. Attention parents, new brain rot alert. Why the heck are the kids saying 6-7?
6-7.
6-7. It's becoming as popular as LOL or YOLO in some areas. As for its true meaning, no one can really offer a firm answer.
I got one.
Okay, some say it can be used as a way to say something is meh, so-so. It can also refer to someone who's tall, like LaMelo Ball, or simply as a joke without a punchline. Basically, it means really kind of whatever you want it to mean. And while parents don't get it, the teachers on the front line say it's becoming an epidemic. Some schools have tried to ban it, while others are embracing it.
All right, what's his name? Matt, look this up here because confirm this. Get on your thing. So there is a rap songer, a rapper out there that. And he's somewhere in his song, he'll say 6-7, like that. And so they're saying that that's where it came from. And then it's one of those with numbers. If you have a number that you see, and it's interesting.
Skrilla,
thank you very much. That's where it's coming from. It's basically from this song, and then it just kind of went from there. Yeah. All right, so where I was headed to is that when you have a number that, it was 937 for me for some reason for a long time, and that was the area code when we were up in, when the show was up in Ohio. So I would see 937 everywhere, and my son is 218. Carter sees 218 everywhere.
Really?
Do you have a number like
1010.
that? 1010, okay.
I see 1010
so
everywhere.
You see it, and then it probably, a popular kid, 6-7 was his number or whatever, and then he heard that song, and so we start seeing 6-7, and that's why it's getting as obnoxious as it is.
Yeah,
I think.
LaMelo Ball is 6'7", so
That's
oftentimes they refer to that. And then I guess the question is like, well, what does it actually mean? I don't know. Anybody want to chime in? Anyone in the control room?
I think it's just one of those things. Yeah, I don't think
it's stupid.
represents
it. It has no meaning. I asked my son about it.
Okay.
I asked my 16-year-old about it. I said, what does this mean? Nothing.
And they probably don't have an explanation.
No, it's a joke.
At least the number I have a joke with, it has a meaning.
Yeah, all right. Which 420? Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing though. You'll probably start seeing 420 all the time, and also I'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 for 1234. I'll see that.
Okay, here's a question: when you see 1111 on your watch, do you make a wish?
Yep.
Yes. Oh my God! Yes.
Is it bad that my number's 13? Like I feel bad.
I think a lot of people. Taylor Swift's number is 13.
I'm a Swiftie.
If you're watching, play
but
the lotto.
1111. Anytime I see it, I make a wish.
So, ladies, he's taken, and he's a Taylor Swift fan that goes to Disney all the time.
And I have cats.
And he has cats. And he's not single. Amazing.
Married.
Someone for everybody.
All right, more Flash coming up. 6-7. Stick around.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. Mitch English here.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. And we reach a wide variety of people. Matt Doolittle.
We do 219 beautiful, lovely, fantastic affiliates across the country, including the Armed Forces Network all around the world. Make sure you go to dailyflashshow.com and you can hit the where to watch and send that to your friends. Today, friends, we are checking out with our friends at KGCS in Springfield, Missouri. Where Brad Pitt is from.
Show me state.
Yes, he is from there. Our friend John Brown will let us know that he's from
Yes.
He knows
Wrote some books about it.
Springfield also, that name Springfield, it's not by chance that the Simpsons live in Springfield because there's so many different Springfields across the United States.
It's been determined, I think that they figured out it was somewhere in like Oklahoma is the actual Springfield that the Simpsons are supposed to be.
Yeah, there's a world out there somewhere because they make references and stuff, but it's supposed to be just a non-fictional stuff. All right, very cool. I think we are my radio show. I think we have a station in
Springfield,
Missouri too. I probably should have figured that out.
You should probably figure that out.
We have 27 radio stations that we're on. All right, thought I'd lift up the mood here.
Yes.
But how many of y'all in this room? All of us all have something in common. Anybody want to take a guess?
Death and taxes.
Death and taxes, and I'm going to talk about half of those, and that is dying.
Oh, wow.
New
great.
survey out comes out that says 65% of Americans have already planned out their funeral.
Really?
Have you done this?
No, I have not.
Yep.
Really?
And I know I should. Like, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, what if I die tomorrow? Nobody will know what to do. And then I'm probably not going to be happy with what they do.
Well, you're thinking the smart way, okay?
Yeah.
But like when I say they've planned out their funeral, meaning their actual funeral, like they're kind of like a director. Like I want this played, I want this done. So 65% of Americans have done that. However, as that same 65% has planned out what the funeral is going to be like, lower than 36% have not planned out their estate. Like what they're going to do with the money.
Okay, no,
like the things
I've
you're
done
talking
that.
about.
Yes, I've done that.
You've handled
I've
that.
got, yes.
Oh, sure, you're very responsible.
What am I getting?
No probate.
What am I getting?
I've got that covered. I don't have the details as far as a funeral goes.
See, and I'm opposite because I'm thinking I want to go out big. I wrote down.
Do you really?
Oh, it's going to be a rager for
I
Mitch.
want certain songs played, and I have this one. My favorite song in the whole world is REO Speedwagon's "Roll with the Changes," and I have planned out my. I don't want to be a big show. Cremate me if you got to, but when it's over, play REO Speedwagon's "Roll with the Changes."
I love this.
It's literally in my will to say that.
So let's say if you were cremated, where would you want your ashes spread?
You
Because
know
I
that-
think about that. I do think about that, and I don't know where.
Here's the issue with that is that where do you want it?
Space.
In space.
Hey.
That would be awesome.
I know a guy.
I know
guy.
That's a good
I don't know,
idea.
but I got to tell you, it's very important you do that because I had my son's ashes, and for the longest time, we never had a discussion where to put. It was very difficult for me because you feel like even though I know what is inside this is just what his body was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really him. It was very spiritual for me to try to find the right place. And with the right people at the same time.
Yes.
So maybe give that idea, say like, I want Andrea to spread my ashes here instead of spread my ashes in water.
Right.
Now it's all on you.
Exactly, right? Because then you're like, oh my God, like you had the stress and the pressure of trying to find the right spot and feel okay with it and think that he or she would be okay with whatever decision you make on their behalf.
See, my dad never planned anything, but I knew his happiest place was the ocean, so we put him in the intercoastal waterway.
That's where I wound up putting my son. I went and we found this little island up in the Panhandle. Anyway, the thing about they don't tell you though is I'm out on the boat and doing it is that when you do it.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
And
so I did that, and my best friend, I'm out on his boat, and I turn around, and all I can say is like, well, Sawyer's all over your.
It's like that scene from The Big Lebowski.
That's kind of like
my
that.
God.
It got all over his boat, and he's like, I go, man, I'm so sorry. He goes, it's not
You're
a
gonna
problem.
hose off your son now.
That's what. So plan that part out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
my God.
I
go
think
ahead.
it happened on White Lotus too. An episode
Is that what
of White
happened?
Lotus. Yes.
Okay.
And
yes.
don't dump him at Disney World because you will get banned for life if you do
There
that.
you go.
29% decided how they're going to be buried, which we just talked about. 19% says where. 17% says what the kind of service that they want, and 10% wants the vibe. They mentioned the vibe. 64% have not set up a formal estate plan. Do it now.
Yes.
It's very, very important.
Talk
Otherwise,
about it.
it's headaches for everybody
It
left
is.
behind.
Yeah.
We have more Flash and better spirits. Good spirits. And after this,
REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon. Roll with it. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson. Our next guest is an award-winning writer, director, and producer dedicated to telling stories. Nearly 3 decades of experience working with individuals with disabilities, she actually brings a unique perspective to her films.
Yeah, through her work, she strives to give a voice to those who are often overlooked, creating independent films that inspire connection, compassion, and change. Here to talk about her latest movie, I Win. Please welcome to the show, Robin Hoffman.
Robin! Thanks for joining us today.
Robin, good to see you again.
It's good to see you as well.
So what inspired you to make I Win?
Oh, wow. I lived a life before I got into filmmaking.
That's good.
And I worked with people with disabilities for 27 years prior to making that change. So I just learned so much from them, more than I could have ever taught them. And I learned that some of the issues that they were experiencing were people not understanding them. So I felt like it would be such a great idea to entertain yet teach at the same time.
It does so much when you do it that way, instead of being like lectured and doing things we're supposed to do. I love the name of it because it draws imagination of what this movie is about. I Win. Because you look at it like, okay, there's obviously some kind of controversy or some kind of trial that you have to go through, because at the end it sounds like, well, I win.
Yes.
What's at the heart of I Win? Tell us more about it.
The heart of I Win is just friendship and learning that you should never just judge a book by its cover.
Amen.
Anytime you meet anyone with any ability or disability, you should focus on who they are as a human, not what you think they're capable of simply because of their diagnosis.
Anytime you're involved in storytelling, there is always a journey that comes along with it. What was the journey like for you?
Journey.
The journey.
Well, first of all, leaving a 27-year career at 47 years old to go into filmmaking just seemed crazy, but I was so ready. This was a dream of mine since I was a kid, and I worked at Full Sail University for a while, and it just ignites that, wonderful stuff inside you. So I was like, I need to do this. I want to teach the masses in a way, again, that's entertaining.
I think, hopefully I could say this correctly, but people with disabilities, a lot of times, we see our perception is this. And what I have found, though, that they show us something that we're missing in our lives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I see they're always happy. A lot of people that have mental conditions and that sort of thing. And they really can show us that they see the pureness of that. In the movie, do we get some of the sense of that?
And at the core, I want to say they're not always happy.
Oh, is that right? Okay, that's important to say.
Very human, very, very human, with human lives, human emotions, human experiences. I think it is a very, a common thought that people, and they can show us so much happiness and so much love. And yes, I Win is filled with that. It's about a young man who loses his father, and he moves to a new school, meets another young man with Down syndrome, and they just change each other's lives.
I love that.
They connect.
You find that connection there. Mm-hmm. I think there's everybody. It shows that everybody in the world, no matter what, can contribute and make a difference, and we can't just push them aside. Is that what you want the audiences to take away, or is there any other lessons you want them to know?
For sure. I mean, again, like I said, I want people to meet any human and find out who they are, what they love, what they can share and give us, as well as us giving to them. So,
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Rob, where and how can people watch?
So it's incredibly streaming on 16 different streaming sites.
Oh my
gosh. You can pretty much see it anywhere. But for my purposes, I would love for people to go to Tubi and watch it. It's Tubi, Tubi, and just type in I Win and you'll find it.
What would you say the big takeaway is for a viewer?
Just love and friendship. It's really, there's so much. I Win is filled with, there's actually some relationship issues in it that are involved, and again, friendship, and so love, and all of it's a really good, feel-good movie.
In a day and age where we need to be looking more and more at what the fullness of people, not just maybe like what their political thing is or maybe the religious, but see what humans are. And I think just describing this movie, I think that's what it does. And sometimes it takes just seeing relationships like this to really be.
And I would say too, thank goodness for streaming and different ways of reaching people, because filmmaking is now easier than it's ever been.
Yes, it's very difficult, but easier for sure. And it's October, so it's Down Syndrome Awareness Month.
That I did not know. Now we do know.
Robin, thank you so much. Good to see you.
More information will be on our website. You can find that link as well at dailyflashshow.com.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
You heard the phrase iPhone, therefore I hunch.
Sounds like something William Shakespeare would say if he was alive today. Sure.
Also known as tech neck, the TikTok tilt, or the silicon slump. It's the new scrolling scoliosis, and it has doctors treating neck and shoulder pain in record numbers right now. Tech neck can cause serious strain on your entire muscular system. The further forward your head is tilted, the more weight your neck has to support, and that extra weight on your neck puts a strain on your shoulders and your upper back muscles. So one expert suggests adult tummy time, and it involves lying on your stomach to counter the tilt of your neck.
Yeah, because you're going to go the other direction.
By forcing your joints in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you're going to go like that if you lay on your stomach, by all means. Or just limit the amount you do it, or getting an earpiece for it. I don't see.
It's hard.
The phone's never going away.
It's never going away, and I think it's easy to say that, but when you look at what you're doing, I mean, there's no question. With riding horses, when you ride, your head weighs like 7 to 8 pounds, and you don't realize that.
I learned that from Jerry Maguire.
Did you really? And bees can smell honey. Bees can smell honey. And so when you drop your head, even in the slightest, it will change the balance in the horse. So
is that right?
So think about what 8 pounds of your head dropping forward is doing to the rest of your body.
Well, my head, I have the world's largest melon, and I know it's more than 8 pounds, but that makes a lot. And you're doing it all day for hours, and you don't realize you're doing it until you realize things start hurting.
Yeah.
And they're saying, you're going to see when they get older, if we don't correct it now, it's going to cause
We're going
some
back to caveman days.
Here we go. Stick around right after this.
Want to make your home and office future ready? Digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong is here with an exclusive look at HP's brand new tech lineup. Hi, Mario.
Hi, thanks so much for having me again on the Daily Flash. And you're right, I'm excited to partner with HP to share all these innovations coming your way.
Okay, so what are the trends you're seeing, and how can these new devices help?
We're seeing that hybrid work and multitasking are here to stay, and people need tech that keeps up with their busy lifestyles. So HP is leaning into this with products that give you flexibility and fit the way we work now. So, for example, for remote workers and creators, the HP Series 5 Pro 14-inch portable monitor. This is a dual screen you can set up anywhere. It's super lightweight, has a durable cover that can be used as a mouse pad, and it lets you easily tilt between angles so you can work the way you want, which is really great. And for busy people managing multiple projects or video calls, check this out. This is the HP Series 5 Pro 49-inch conferencing monitor. It is a massive screen web camera right here at the top, and it's got smart features like being able to control 2 computers with just 1 keyboard and mouse.
Well, what about an accessory for bigger projects like video editing and presentations?
Oh, so I'm also loving the HP Ultra Fast Scroll Wireless Mouse 785M. It's the world's first battery-free wireless mouse with a side scroll wheel, which makes it easier to scroll the screen faster. It recharges in just 3 minutes, and it has customizable scroll speeds for all types of demanding work. Very cool and very functional.
We all know it, AI, all the buzz right now. How is HP adapting this for families printing at home?
Yeah, this is big. This is an exclusive. HP just brought AI into home printing for the first time with the HP Envy Photo 7900 all-in-one printer. So whether you're printing school projects or vacation photos, it uses photo-enhanced ink and true-to-screen color technology that's going to make everything look vibrant. Like what you see on your phone is what you're going to see. And thanks to their built-in AI technology, your prints are automatically formatted. You won't have to do a bunch of trial and error, no wasted pages and ink. It's easy to set up in minutes. It has a separate tray for photo paper so you can switch from documents to photos without juggling paper. It's also made with at least 60% recycled plastic, so it's a greener choice. And with the intuitive HP app, families can easily create custom cards, edit photos, and make personalized keepsakes right from your phone. It just turns printing into something creative and fun for the whole family.
Mario, thank you. So good to see you. Where can we find more information?
For all the details, just head to hp.com.
Great. We'll also post that on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
Listen up, you guys. Your next haircut could actually make a huge difference for a great cause. Check this out.
Wall, a family-owned men's grooming company proudly rooted in America since 1919, has been giving back to veterans for decades.
As part of our Cuts for a Cause initiative, our mobile barbershop travels the country, offering free haircuts and beard trims, as well as monetary grants to deserving charities. This year, Wall partnered with Stand Down to help provide food, clothing, health screenings, and counseling services to homeless and at-risk veterans.
Learn more about the Wall Cuts for a Cause program at wallusa.com.
Looking to save some money on your next car? Experts say used vehicles are a super smart move. Auto Trader's Brian Moody has more.
When shopping for a used car, there are 3 main options, and all are available online or in person. First, a car sold by a private party. This could be something parked on the street or something you might find on Facebook Marketplace. It's a good way to find an inexpensive used car. Second, you can go to a franchise or a new car dealership. The cars here are usually a little nicer, often with lower miles, but they can be expensive. Look here for newer used cars. Finally, there are independent used car dealers like this one in Georgia. The quality and price of the cars varies, but most have reliable cars that have been well cared for and are reasonably priced. This type of dealership is a great compromise between the uncertainty of buying from a private party and the cost of buying from a new car dealer.
Here's some trending stories happening. Residents in one California neighborhood are warning the locals to beware of an attack squirrel.
Dun, dun, dun.
One woman said that she was on a morning walk when a squirrel, I'm not sure if it's that one, but went after it. Another resident said that she and her daughter were also attacked by a furry-tailed rodent while they were out for a walk. Flyers put up in the neighborhood warning residents about the rascally rodent. Local wildlife experts say squirrels do not carry rabies, and animals sometimes turn aggressive when they're actually fed by humans, so quit doing that. And I've always said, just squirrels are nothing but rats with better tails. So keep that in mind.
I'd rather see a squirrel than a rat any day. Sorry.
100%. I agree with you. Hopefully you'll see us on the other side of this break.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Let's look at the lifestyles of the rich and famous and some celebrity real estate.
Yes, we're going to dive right in. Let's start with the late actress Shannon Doherty and her Malibu mansion. Doherty, who died last year at the age of 53, purchased the home in 2004 for about $2.56 million. Initially, the home was listed for $9.5 million. Now there's been a price cut of about $750,000 from the original asking price. In addition to the main house, the property also features a guest house, which can be used as a studio space, an extra bedroom, or even a workout room.
Very cool. Let's hope her health continues to be all right. Next up, Cliffside Malibu Estate, once owned by Johnny Carson, the late talk show host legend. His estate is now perched on a cliff that overlooks the Southern California coastline. How much? $110 million. He purchased it in Malibu back in the 1980s. 4-acre lot features outdoor pools and grass tennis pavilion. The 7,100 square foot home also has a floor-to-ceiling glass with stunning views from every room. The 3-story home, 3 bedrooms, master suite taking up 1 entire floor. Home sold at $46 million back in 2007. That's 2 years after Carson's death. And I remember one time Letterman went out to his house out there, and they did a bit together. So that was cool.
Gosh, it looked amazing. Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, their former Beverly Hills mansion has hit the market, this time with an $8 million asking price. Lopez and Affleck bought the property for $60 million in May of 2023. Exes are trying to offload the estate as property records reveal the home has been relisted with an asking price of $52 million, so they've dropped it by $8 million. The home features a wide range of custom amenities, including an indoor sports complex, complete with basketball and pickleball courts, a boxing ring, sports lounge, and a bar. The home has 12 bedrooms, 24 bathrooms.
Okay, all right.
Within the 38,000 square
Somebody's
feet.
Got a UTI, but all right.
Living space. I'm guessing Jennifer maybe used 12 of those just to get ready?
I think, but hey, 24 bathrooms ain't a bad idea.
24 bathrooms.
I mean, you
Who
got one
cleans all
everywhere you go.
those?
Exactly. I hope that every bedroom has its own bathroom. I'm hoping that's where the majority comes from.
Yes, I
Very
hope
cool
so.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, that does it for our show. We definitely thank you for spending time with us. We love that.
Yes, for more information on any of today's stories, be sure to check out our website, dailyflashshow.com, open 24/7. We'd love to see you, and it's free.
Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you. Say bye, James. Yell out bye.
Bye.
Bye.